Biden is the president of American money. Is that how that works? Is that how the economy works? The one thing I know about the economy is that the president is in charge of it. Bad news, guys. Very bad news. They got him. They got him. They finally got Joe Brandon. They finally got him. Joe Brandon has finally got caught. GOP House panel raises questions about $200,000 check from James Biden to Joe Biden. Biden spokesperson says there's zero evidence of wrongdoing. Oh no, they did it. They got him. They found the check. House Republicans released bank records of President Biden's brother, James Biden, Friday, that they argue raise more questions about whether President Biden personally benefited from his family's business ventures. So we're going to have to hear about this a lot. Maytag has been talking about how this is the smoking gun. But Maytag is really dumb and really wrong about literally everything. Ever. I don't know that Marjorie Taylor Greene has ever said one correct thing in her entire life. And if she did, it was probably an accident. Bank records released by the GOP House-led committee reveal a $200,000. I know this is whataboutism, but what about $2 billion from Saudi Arabia to Kushner, Donald Trump's son-in-law? $2 billion? We don't care? No, not important. That's whataboutism. Don't pay attention to that. $200,000 from one Biden to his brother. From James to Joe. The personal check, which was labeled a loan repayment, they labeled it a loan repayment, was issued before Biden's presidency on the same date in 2018 when AmeriCorps Health Company that manages rural hospitals across the United States also wired a $200,000 loan to James Biden. So James says, hey Joe, can I borrow some money? Joe says yes and gives it to him. Months later, AmeriCorps Health gives James $200,000. And then James gives that money back to Joe. And apparently, according to Maytag, this is it. This is the smoking gun. This is the thing that proves everybody's crooked. It doesn't. It just doesn't. In a bankruptcy filing last year, AmeriCorps claimed James Biden received hundreds of thousands of dollars in loans from the company on the promise that his last name could open doors and that he could obtain a large investment from the Middle East based on political connections. That still doesn't make it illegal. This is not an illegal thing that's happening. The Oversight Committee description of $200,000 check is highly selective and misleading. The committee has the bank documents to show that both the loan Jim received from his brother and the repayment by a check 6 weeks later, at no time did Jim involve his brother in any of the business relationships. Exactly. Jim says, can I have some money? Joe says yes. Jim gets the money to repay it, gives it to Joe. Joe didn't do anything. He didn't have anything to do with it. He doesn't have anything to do with where that money came from. He got the money back that he was promised. So he didn't even profit. Joe Biden didn't fucking profit from this. He didn't. He gave away $2,000 and he got $200,000 back. He didn't profit from this. The accusation is all that matters. It doesn't matter what actually happened. What actually happened with Joe Biden and $200,000 to his brother doesn't matter. The only thing that matters is the accusation. The accusation is all that matters. The accusation that Maytag gets to go on Twitter and on TikTok and say that Joe Biden's a crooked criminal, look at this $200,000, is all that matters. It doesn't matter if it's factual, it doesn't matter if it's real, it doesn't matter if it was completely made up. The accusation is all that matters. Maytag just needs to talk shit, whether or not the shit is real. KBP, you bring up an excellent point. You paid your car payment. But what if you got that money from selling drugs illegally? Is Toyota guilty of running drugs? No, they're not. If I pay my car payment with stolen bank money, is the car company responsible for robbing a bank? No, they're not. But Maytag will have you believe that they are, because she doesn't like the people involved in this situation. She doesn't like the word Biden. She hates it. She hates it. It irritates her. She doesn't like that word. And if a Biden sneezes, it's a crime. If a Biden borrowed money and paid it back, it's a crime. No, but Biden is, because he's the president of the money you use. You're right. Biden is the president of American money. Is that how that works? Is that how the economy works? I have had very many arguments with Thomas about the economy. But the one thing I know about the economy is that the president is in charge of it. The president, at the moment, always in charge of the entire economy. All the money. He'll be on that money someday. So he's in charge of the American government money. He's in charge of all the money in the world. Well, he's in charge of all the dollars. Joe Biden is in charge of all the dollars. And since some of those dollars went from one person to another, he is responsible for it. He is responsible for all the money that moves around. This is a very weird fanfic that conservatives have to live in, but it is very fun and exciting, and I'm glad they're having a good time. I just wish that they would do a better job with this wonky, backward, crooked reality that we are a part of. I wish they were smarter and had better fanfics, you know? Oh, hi. Thanks for sticking around to the end of the video. If you liked what you saw, hit the like button, press the subscribe button. If you want to tell me how right I am, feel free to leave a comment. If you want to tell me how wrong I am, leave a comment too. That's good. This is just kind of a hobby for me, so I appreciate you coming by, giving it a watch, and pressing the YouTube buttons. Thanks.